This investment did exactly what it promised. It paid interest, it reassured investors, and it collapsed because the money funding those promises didn't exist in the way anyone believed. By the time the truth surfaced, £237 million was gone. This wasn't a hacker, this wasn't a loophole. This was a ledger problem. Ledgers always balance in the end. This is Ledger Lies. London Capital and Finance didn't look dangerous. It looked careful, professional, British. It offered fixed returns, low risk, stable income, thousands invested, not because they were reckless, but because it felt safe. It felt accounted for. LCF relied on one idea, that it was regulated, not stated clearly, but implied just enough. Enough for people to trust, enough to stop asking questions. But regulation doesn't mean safety, it means structure, and structure can be exploited. Behind the scenes, the numbers didn't add up. Investor money was meant to generate returns, but the activity couldn't support the payouts. The ledger showed movement, just not profit. At this point, there are only two options: tell the truth or rearrange the numbers. Every financial investigation reaches a point where explanation ends, not because the story gets louder, but because the numbers stop lying. This is that point. This is the smoking ledger. Court findings confirmed something simple. Interest payments to bondholders were funded using money from new investors. There was no real income, no sustainable business, just circulation, new money in, old promises out. That is not investment, that is a Ponzi structure. A Ponzi scheme doesn't fail slowly. It stops. When new money slows, everything breaks. In 2019, LCF collapsed. £237 million disappeared. More than 11,000 investors were affected. Savings, retirement funds, years of trust gone. The courts later confirmed what the ledger had already shown. This wasn't a failed business. It was a system built on deception. Fraud doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers through perfectly aligned numbers. Like and subscribe for more stories about Ledger Lies. See you in our next video series.